Santa Rally's coming to town. Santa Rally's coming to town. Santa Rally is coming to town. Right, Terry? Yeah, I think so, Bart. So, waiting for the Santa Rally to come. And in the meantime, I'm just buying all kinds of stuff. I've spent $292,152 dollar bills today trying to chase a couple of positions downtown to Chinatown. And I'm not sure where we left off. Didn't do a video on Friday. Had a bunch of things going on this weekend. It's that time of year. So I don't believe I told you about another tranche, another 1,000 shares of AGQ. I think we got the bottom on this one. So 33.76 on Thursday. AGQ currently trading at 35.79. We'll get to the chart on silver because silver is holding up pretty well after the attack from last week. Did buy 2,000 shares of TMF. That is a position that is, but I keep buying it on down. SLV got another round of leaps, 26 strike, 100 contracts. January of 26 is expiration. Paid $38,500 for that. And then fast forward to today, bought 50 contracts at a 34 strike on GDX. This is a short, or what's called a front month call that I bought. It expires in less than a month, and I spent $6,732 on that, and GDX is at 34.42. So that, I think we got the bottom on GDX. Still not positive, so we'll look at that chart as well. I've been tracking that again for quite some time. So we did it again. Oops, we did it again. We got in on the oil. This is a 2 times bull, or I keep saying bull. That's how I look at them. That's typically why I would get involved in a UCO, but it is not necessarily a bull, but it's directional. 2 times directional. So if USO goes down $1, UCO's probably going down $2, and the inverse, which would be this position. So I am looking for oil to perform over the next couple of days to a week, and then we'll exit at a nice profit. So we bought 2,000 shares at 25.63, and then another 1,000 shares here at 25.51, and UCO currently trading at 25.75. So we're already up a little bit on that. Doesn't mean it's not going to come back down and threaten me, which it likes to do. And we're back in TNA for the first time in a while. This is a directional small cap leveraged ETF. So if you're a fan currently of Uncle Russ, the Russell 2000, then this is me following it downtown to Chinatown. Bought 1,000 shares at 42.59, then 42.25, then 42.10, and then 41.20, and then capped things off just recently with another 1,000 shares of what better be the bottom, Terry. Better be the bottom of TMF at 40.53, and I've been buying that since what, 47. There you go, you're real early again, but I still have strong conviction. And when we get to the chart, we'll look at a possible, like a double donkey kick to the cookie bag that could be possible, because when it comes to Elliott wave theory, all we're trying to attempt is to create probabilities in our favor for trading and investing. And the last few months, I think I'm getting a better and better grasp. I'll just don't talk about Bitcoin because I've been right on Bitcoin. I just been early or late, and soon I'm going to get it dialed in, and we're going to catch a nice move on the Bitcoin. We'll look at that chart too, because I think it might have a little more. I mean, if it holds 93 right now, and I don't know what it's at. When I was looking at the chart earlier, if I was thinking if it held 93, it's still holding. It's at 93,198. Then we could be heading back up to all-time high, but I think it still has some reset, a little bit more coiling to do, which could mean a little bit more coiling down painfully typically means more joyous euphoria springing up. So we'll look at that in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. So that accounted for today's spending of $292,150. Let's go to this just to see the pain Prediction? Pain. If you know which movie that came from. In fact, I'll give you a hint. It's one of the 17 Rocky movies. My favorite Rocky movie that quote comes from. And if you're nodding your head like, yeah, then you are pretty cool. So you see, it's just still Bloodbath City, although that GDX position is up $418 at the moment. That front month trade. And I feel good about it, but I felt good about GDX before when I was messing around with GDXU and got body bagged by it. So that's the only thing up on the options board. Otherwise, we've got some real Chinatowns going on here. And then our positions have now grown. We're holding 4 positions. There's our UCO. That is a directional on US oil up 600. And then TNA directional on the small caps, $25 up. AGQ only down 5,000 now, because at one point it was down, I think, close to 25,000. And then speaking of close to $25,000 down, TMF down 24,801. Let's look what was the numbers? You better be the bottom, bro. Let's just follow the trail of tears. Where did I start buying this last round at? Zibidabidi, hey. When was the last sell? Well, I've been buying since here, huh? All right, the last sell was November 25th, 48.11. Need to bring that back. And then sold this put early, so we've been battling that. I'm going to wait a day or two before I begin to battle it again. But I'm way down on my whiskey there. Now it's at 46. If you remember, I rolled that out and down. But then first tranche, 1,000 shares at 47.96. Oh, it's still going down. 46.56, 46.29. Bought those calls early. Oh, laughter through tears. And then we bought another 1,000 shares, 44.46, 41.59, and 40.53. When will you learn? I don't know. But I like to learn from my mistakes, apparently. And I really do and have, just throughout life. It looks like we did get up over to 4. So we'll be heading to all-time highs. I would imagine, just write this down. By January 31st, I will have eclipsed yet another all-time high. And you know that all-time high we have on the board is like 2.609. So we've got a long, long way to go to recapture the all-time high. But that is coming. This spring is coiling, and it's going to be springing and sprung very soon. That is that. Let's go to the charts just to see what's up. All right, wait, that's it. Take that off. I think we got it. We put this in last week. Is that it? I think that's the low through the C on there. And it has performed very well since then. And what we are looking for is a microwave of 5 up for a 1. I think that would be in place right here. Is that all we're going to get on 2? Hope so, but you never know. And then 3, 4, 5, little correction. And then, we'll confirm all of this once we take out 32, 31. So I'll be looking for that carefully. That in the futures, what I'm looking for is a sustained, to sustain 30 plus, then retake that 31 soon. That's what we're looking for to confirm that this C wave here was that local bottom on silver. Gold, it's still showing that this triangle is valid. It's wanting to break down, but and I would even give it a little smidge of, if it touched it and even we saw a little wick come through, I'd be fine with it. But I think we're going to get a little bit more of this consolidation. I'll be looking in the next few days for higher lows, even just pennies. I'll take it. And then we will for sure be busting through that upper trend line. But it may not be until next month, because that's not that long away, because tomorrow is Christmas Eve. Family tradition. And yep, still going. still going strong for the Fab Five. Christmas matching Christmas jammies. Don't you laugh at me. I actually enjoy it. I think it's great. Wait, I got someone calling me, and it's called My Lady Friend. Where's my controls at? Oh yeah, we got to move this. Hold on 1 second here. And we're back. Where were we? We were at gold with the theory that we are trying to hold the bottom trend line of this triangle and force our way up through the upper trend line. I have confidence in that. USO, we already were in and out of a trade. I haven't changed this chart at all. Still looking for the same thing. And what it looks to be doing or wanting to do is to take out that upper trend line. So that is my thesis. Going to stick to it. And then I also like to look at WTI. Still have the same number if you have been following along. 72 is still the short-term goal, and we're not even at 70. And you see, we were looking at this, I think, earlier last week, and just, the relative strength index has been trading, or I guess you can use the word trading, in a very distinct pattern since we can go all the way back here. Could go all the way back here to the middle of October. So as far as trading is concerned, we've made a few dollars, nothing big, but we've lost nothing. So let's keep it that way. Make some more money in oil. Ooh, in fact, I see UCO has got a nice green candle up. TLT. All right, this is what I put this on last week, but I didn't do a video on Friday, and I think it was Friday morning. I put this up here when it was starting to travel up. So I tried to call a B up here. It never did reach it, but it still for sure qualifies as a B wave. And then I've got the C. I'm hoping that we would be done at A equals C, which would be like in this 87.50 range. So it'd be great if this did not go any lower than 87.50, but I gave C room all the way down to 87, and that's what I wrote up here, which was let's get through 89, or we could have one more low to 87, and we're obviously knocking on one more low's door as we speak. But I do have room all the way to 87 before I start giving myself swirlies in the toilet, drowning my sorrows. Bitcoin, this is what I don't like here is you see these like very strong candles all threatening that and encroaching on breaking down back, because I think if we don't hold this 93 here, then we may see at least an 8 handle, 89,000, etc. But I don't yet see, as far as Elliott wave is concerned and Fibonacci, I don't see any strong probabilities to either at this moment. And if I was to guess, because that's what it is, I'd be guessing lower. I think we're going to take this we're going to be threatening going into the 80s, but threatening under this 92,743, I think is almost a given. Wait, what did I just say? Yeah, 92. What? How low does that go? All the way to the flow? 92. I was reading the number there. 92,000. Let's just call it 92,000. I think we're going to be threatening 92,000 before the day's over. SPX put on some. This is from August. I remember if you watched those terrible videos I did from the lake house we rented this summer on the beautiful shores of Lake Michigan, I remember this low. And it's been performing very well since then. But we had this big move here was a bit troubling. Like, is the top in, before we have some decent corrective pullback? I think the answer is still no. And today has had a nice little move. What's the S&P up today? S&P, yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's up over 30 points. So that's a pretty good day, over 0.5%. So I'm looking at these trend lines. We've now, on the 200-day, we're back above it because we did fall under the 200-day moving average, but we've retaken that, and I think we're going to bust back through that trend line. I think we're going through there, and then it's going to exceed the 50-day, which is the green, and probably you're going to get 61 again. And I don't want to say likely, but I think at least 61 again. So that's all I'm looking at right now. GDX, I did, as you saw, I bought some um, 1 month leaps, call leaps on GDX at 34. I've felt confident before and it didn't work out, but I'm feeling more and more confident here. But we gotta get some positive action going on where we start taking out the 35, the 36, the 37, and then we power our way. Once we get over this, like 39.24, I think we're gonna be well on our way in this the fifth wave of the third wave, which should put us at a very favorable number for our pocketbooks. And then here's what I got on the IWM. This may not be the bottom because we'll find out very shortly. We're going to find out very shortly if this is indeed the bottom at 218. I think it is. That's why I've spent so much money today on this. And I think then, whoop, just feeling real good with that Santa rally, making your way up in the IWM. That's the way we print dough, indeed. But look at that, just whoop, fell right out of bed. I think we got to get up there, retake this mountain that we fell off of. And it may take a bit, or it could go parabolic if we get real euphoric in this about to begin and probably has begun Santa rally. So that's what's going on here over at the Wealth Snowball. Hope you're doing well. Like, subscribe, comment, share this channel, share this video, share your love with a lovable friend. And I will see you. I might peek in tomorrow. Half day of trading tomorrow. No, I'm sorry. I won't be peeking in tomorrow. And I don't think I finished my story because I got interrupted by my lady friend. But tomorrow's tradition will continue with the Fab Five, matching Christmas jammies. We'll begin with the movie Elf. I think our second movie will be Red One, which is the new Christmas movie with The Rock and a couple other superstars. We have a tradition of my wife is an amazing baker and cook, and she makes this amazing breakfast casserole that we always have on Christmas Eve. Then we'll have tacos with homemade guacamole for dinner. Mix it up. You got to mix it up, have your traditions. And then tomorrow morning, on Christmas morning, we'll have another version of a Christmas casserole that's kind of like a biscuits and gravy casserole. I don't want to talk it out loud about that because I'm making my mouth water. So then we have family gifts tomorrow. And then, of course, Santa. We got Santa on Christmas Day. Very excited. Great time of year. The only thing that I don't like, of course, is the cold. So I'm wishing you a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. You are one of my friends. So that means I will be praying for your happiness and your health and your joy through the holidays and especially starting the new year. Like, subscribe, comment, share with a lovable friend, and I will see you in the next video.